Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, disappointing loss for sure. You don't ever feel like 3 runs should beat us at our park. Give credit to the Notre Dame pitching staff, obviously, for throwing the ball well. Josh Hartle was 50-50 as to whether he was going to pitch today or not. He was almost a late scratch. He had an illness last night, but he battled and gave us a chance. And obviously the bullpen was really good. Michael Massey and Cole Rowland were fantastic out of the bullpen, and we just couldn't get anything going offensively, which is disappointing. 2 of the 3 runs they scored came, kind of balls got to the backstop on us. A couple free 90s cost us 2 of those 3 runs that they scored. So, obviously if we're in a 1-1 game or even a 2-1 game, different story. We just had too many free 90s today and didn't get any free 90s. I mean, again, give credit to Notre Dame. They only walked 1 on the day and struck out 16. So, we're certainly feel like we're a better offense than that.
You think what led to the offensive, malaise today?
Yeah, I mean, Finley threw the ball well. He was locating, it was a big strike zone. He was getting some pitches off the plate as both sides were, and give credit to him. He just kept making pitches, but we just didn't, we didn't make any box adjustments. We didn't really, we didn't try to bunt for a hit. We didn't really do anything to make him uncomfortable. We just kind of let him sit out there and continue to do what he'd been doing all game.
It's a message to the team through the course of a game like this, where you probably don't think you're getting the right approach of the play, and it just, I guess, continues to snowball.
Yeah, I mean, the message is to fight for it and grind. I thought we did that in the 8th, and then I thought we had good energy kind of later in the game, but I felt like the first few innings, our energy was lacking. We just kind of sitting around waiting for good things to happen instead of making them happen. So, again, we've got to do a better job as coaches preparing them. We need to do a better job preparing our offense for Finley, and obviously, we didn't do that today.
Is there anything specific in terms of the bats that you thought was just kind of the main struggle with them today?
Yeah, I mean, again, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the pitcher. He made pitches when he needed to, and we knew they had fresh arms today. So again, we knew that we needed to get Finley out of there earlier rather than later, because if we can get him out of there after 3 or 4, then, we get into their bullpen and force them to use a little more length than they wanted to. But we knew that if it, was just 1 or 2 guys out of the bullpen, then we'd have our hands full.
Who was your potential substitute for Hartle? You could have gone to that.
We would have started Massey and pieced it together. Probably try to got 4 out of Massey, maybe 2 out of Mascolo, and then piece it together with Roland, Manassi, Chase, Crum, kind of that crew. But probably would have been 4 Massey and 2 Mascolo to eat those 6 innings.
What's the key to kind of, turn the page? You got Elon on Tuesday, and then got a Miami team who's 5-1 in the league so far. It's a pretty big early season matchup in the conference.
Yeah, for sure. Elon's been playing really well. They've got some great wins. They beat NC State last Tuesday. They took 2 out of 3 from Northeastern, who's been playing really well. So, Tuesday first, we've got to find a way to win that one and get back on track. And then, a Miami team coming in here that's playing well and playing with a lot of confidence. So, again, I feel like if we get the pitching we're continuing to get, we're going to have a chance to win every ball game.
How pleased were you with the pitching today? I mean, Hartle kind of kept it together for solid 5 1/3 and Massive ball came out of the bullpen and pretty much closed the door. So you feel like that's got to, you got to be able to win with those kind of pitching, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, we gave up 2 earned runs on the day, and got a little unfortunate on some balls that found holes, but Hartle didn't get hit hard. He just kind of, they kind of, found a way to push across a couple of runs. And like I said, we had some free 90s that cost us base runners. And anytime you're in a low scoring tight game, those free 90s are going to come back to bite you. And I think we only got 1 free 90 on the day for us, and they had 7 or 8 by my count.
It seemed like they weren't allowed foul balls that extend counts and lead to deeper counts. Was Finley tough to see, or the pitch counts were down?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I didn't hear anybody saying that he was tough to see. I think he just did a good job of mixing all his pitches. He didn't throw very many changeups, but he was throwing 2 different breaking balls, and he's just locating his fastball really well. So he, again, first time through the order he went really heavy soft. Second time through the order he went heavy hard. He just kind of did a good job, just kind of mixing.
but especially the top of your order usually just does a real good job of keeping themselves alive until they get to an 8-9 pitch at bat.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was at 42 pitches through 3 innings. I know he was at 60 pitches through 4 innings. You know, so, you know, we knew he wouldn't go much more than probably 75 pitches, and we need to get him at that number sooner.
Late flip flop, anything to do with that at all, going from right to left, or you guys have plenty of time to know about that adjustment?
Yeah, no, we knew before batting practice started.
In terms of the late pinch hit going with Heinisch for Cueto and then bringing Katz in at catcher, is that a situation that is kind of the plan going forward until that lead comes back, if you have to pinch hit for Gio and with Chris go behind plate?
Yeah, it depends on, yeah, Chris Kratz is definitely the backup catcher behind Gio for sure. You know, as far as the pinch hit situation, depends on the matchup. You know, sometimes we'll leave Gio in that situation. Sometimes we'd hit Chris Katz, sometimes, you know, Kyle Joy. It just kind of depends on the matchup.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.